This conversation starts calm and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 24. I honestly haven't been keeping up. I was off of the app when you
Uh-oh.
notified me, but I know what the topic is.
So why should the top guys care what the bottom women think?
I honestly feel like they shouldn't,
Okay.
um, because we all get like the same 24 hours. We all know what we want at the end of the day. Why should I lower my standards and my thinking for someone who doesn't put in the effort and energy that I put in? So I honestly think that they shouldn't care what the average female thinks. But I mean, I've been watching you and I'm kind of confused. Like, you speak on like bigger women and stuff like that. And I'm a bigger woman. Like, I definitely have curves and stuff like that. And I know that it's important to be healthy, but why should me being big stop a high value man from wanting me?
So
Like,
they don't want you?
okay.
Then you just said it. Why should somebody who's up here, who's put in the work, care about what somebody who's down there ain't put in the same kind of work?
True,
Hold
but
on, hold
say,
on, hold on. I'll let you speak. Unadulterated. A man puts his work in outside and competing in the world, making himself high value. A woman puts her work in the gym and in the mirror to look good for him, because that's what men value. Not only, but that's where it starts. So you asking why should that preclude you? Because where in the world do men who are already high value as the norm pick big women?
what if I was like on my weight loss journey?
Uh-uh, Where in the world do men who are already high value pick big women?
You're right.
See, the fact of the matter is you want an unfair deal. He's high value. He's up here. Your value's here, but yet you want him. But yet you just said it. Why should somebody who's up here care about what somebody who's down here think? But it's different when it comes specifically to you. Why?
I guess that's just the way my thought process is. But no,
Well, I mean,
I wanna understand though. Like, I wanna
how
actually
tall are you?
how tall am I? Like 5'7". I weigh
Dress
like
size?
240.
Okay, so
I weigh
man,
a
so
lot. I mean,
so man, hold on, don't. So you're about the size of a fullback. Okay, you weigh more. I mean, and we don't even have fullbacks anymore. Mike Allstott will be proud. You weigh more than a man at your height, and as a matter of fact, you weigh twice as much as you should, and that is something that is 100% in your control.
accountability. Right. That's what
So
it's
if
called.
a man can't control how tall he is, things like that, but he can't control how hard he works. What does that say to a man? That you are undisciplined. What does it say? You're lazy, that you're not willing to put in the work that, and you're talking about wanting a man who's the top 10% of workers, the top 10% of the most disciplined men. Does that sound like a fair deal?
No, but what if I'm on my way to a better me? Like, what if I've taken accountability? Like, okay, yeah, I know I weigh a lot. I'm not gonna eat, out no more. I'm gonna make me a smoothie and eat some
So you want
salads
him
and
to,
stuff like that.
so you want him to date you on your potential.
No, no, not
That
on my
was
potential,
well, you
but
said,
looks
hold on,
do
listen, man.
things.
You said I'm on my way.
Right,
That's potential. Potentially, you're going to be better.
right.
That's dating you on your potential. Then you go on over the subway and date a man on his potential.
You're right. You're totally right.
See, y'all are all right with the double standards that benefit you guys. How about a better question? Why don't you get with a man who's on your level?
Well, I mean, I would say that I am seen someone who's on my level. But here's the thing. He's super duper healthy. He has a nice body. I mean, a nice body. He's not fat. He works out. He eats clean.
Mm-hmm.
He, you know, he motivates me. He inspires me to be better. And
Does he make a lot of money?
He makes probably an average $40,000 a year.
So
I don't.
that means he's about. Is he black?
Yes.
That means he's about an average earner black male. So why don't you just stick there? Sound like you won.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
He's the average black man in this country makes $42,000 a year, roughly $21 an hour. If he makes $40,000, that's $20 an hour.
Right.
Why isn't that? Why aren't you guys going out? Why don't you guys just get married and going down to life?
Well, I mean, we just started seeing each other. Things are kind of, still fresh.
But you came in asking about high value men, and that's not a fair deal.
I just like watching your show. It's not like I really.
Well, what I'm saying is more people need to get with people that are like them.
Absolutely.
And we don't tell men who are short and broke that they should get dime pieces, but we tell women who are unfit and average that they can get a high value man all the time. But it makes no sense because the men don't want that. And then when the man turns around and says, that's not what I want, we try to ask the man questions like, why not? Well, then why don't bad chicks date broke short dudes?
Well, see, I've always thought like, yeah, your looks is what's going to get their attention. And, that's what someone should like about you. But doesn't that fade away? Do
you have any brothers?
Going to change.
You have any brothers? You have any brothers?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers.
Then you should understand that men are visual creatures. And even in what you're saying is true, then you should be the best right now. I don't want your faded 60-year-old looks today at 24. Give me a hot 24. I'll deal with the wrinkled 60 when it gets here. But when I got a busted 200 and 300 pound, it's only gonna get worse.
But yeah, I get
you get what I'm saying now. I'm not talking about you specifically, but I'm saying it's what you're doing, ma'am. It's still a way of asking the men to settle.
Right.
Why? We keep asking, but why? Well, why? And what you're really saying, why don't you just settle for us? Why don't you just accept us for what we are? But you don't settle for men. Settle to an American woman is a dirty word.
Right.
Any other question? Look, I think this is a good back and forth. You stay respectful, and you just got to understand that it has to be fair.
Yeah.
And modern women, for the most part, are not asking for fair deals. Okay. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, nah. No man of value is tolerating that attitude, period. That's not confidence. That's not strength. That's not knowing your worth. That's straight up immaturity wrapped in delusion. Let's be real for a second. With that mouth, that energy, that constant talking with no listening, she's a side chick at best, and even that's being generous. No man who's built anything, sacrificed anything, or values peace is signing up for nonstop chaos and disrespect. Men with options don't argue with women like this. They exit quietly and never look back. She's annoying, plain and simple. Not cute annoying, not quirky annoying, just draining. You can tell she's emotionally underdeveloped. Everything is reactive. Everything is defensive. Everything is loud. She talks like someone who thinks volume equals intelligence and aggression equals power. And that's usually a sign of someone who hasn't been checked by life yet. Or worse, someone who has been checked and learned absolutely nothing from it. And let's call it what it is. She probably has no real friends, because real friends tell you the truth. Real friends pull you aside and say, hey, you're embarrassing yourself. The fact that she's comfortable acting like this publicly tells me nobody around her is holding her accountable, or they're just as lost as she is. She's clueless, completely. Clueless about men, clueless about relationships, clueless about how she comes across. And the delusion? Off limits, astronomical, Olympic level mental gymnastics. The kind where reality is optional and self-awareness never even checked in. She's living in a fantasy where attitude is attractive, disrespect is empowerment, and accountability is oppression. Welcome to world star mentality. Loud, wrong, confident for no reason. And here's the cold part she doesn't understand. Men don't need to argue with women like this to prove a point. The market decides, time decides, reality decides, and reality is undefeated. Men of value choose peace. Men of value choose cooperation. Men of value choose femininity that's natural, not conditional, not transactional, not combative. This right here, this is exactly how you talk yourself out of a future and then blame everyone else for it. Delusion on max, accountability on zero, and the clock still ticking.